Orale. What's up, homies? This is not the Ho Zoo episode, but we do talk about Kanye West's interview with Drink Champs. You don't want to miss this one. Now,
press the motherfucking button.
It's recording.
Orale! What's up, homies? Welcome to the Chino and Homeboy podcast. I am America's homeboy. With me is my homie Chino.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
And my homie Hate Jones.
Fuck you, bitches.
Hey.
All right. Hold up. I gotta go get my notes because I actually took notes on this shit.
Okay.
So Hate Jones gave us an assignment in the war room where we had to listen to Kanye talk for 3 hours. And this had to tie into the conspiracy theory episode that we had assigned to ourselves. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go get my notes. Give me 5 seconds.
Word. Yeah. So this fucking Kanye thing, man. Like when I first clicked on the thumbnail and started watching it, like this dude was on Kanye's dick. Like he was just saying all his praises.
Well, so you got to understand the setup of what Drink Champs is.
All right.
Drink Champs is where hip hop legends come to get their flowers.
Okay. So context is all right. There you go.
Hold on. Drink Champs is what?
Where hip hop legends come to get their flowers.
Flowers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because that's the one thing that
now.
I noticed is that, is it Nore or Nore? How do you pronounce this motherfucker's name?
It's Nore.
Nore.
But the Nore is for niggas on the run eating.
Mm.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, I noticed that he was constantly clapping for anything that Kanye said, no matter how much sense it didn't fucking make.
They do that to everybody who comes on the show. They clap it up, they hit the air horns, no matter what you say.
Okay, I gotta ask.
They get you drunk and they make you say shit that you generally wouldn't say.
Okay, I gotta ask, who is the Middle Eastern dude? Who's a fat Middle Eastern dude? That's not DJ Khaled.
He's not Middle Eastern. He's Cuban. That is DJ EFN. And if you were from Miami, you would know who he is.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm not from Miami, and all right.
But he's a DJ or former DJ.
Just so we know, we are now officially canceled in Miami.
Shit.
Oh man.
I mean, I guess so. And that's how I started talking to Hate Jones about it. Was I just noticed that they were on his dick. You know what I mean? It makes sense now.
So let me give you a little bit of context. So years ago, this former hip hop lawyer named Reggie Osei, aka Combat Jack, started a podcast where he started doing long form interviews with hip hop legends. So he has like 3-hour interview with Damon Dash, 3-hour interview with Big Daddy Kane, so forth and so on, right? He passed away from colon cancer unexpectedly a few years ago. Simultaneously, Nori started Drink Champs, which basically took his thing but added the weed smoke and drink element to it.
Right.
And the whole purpose of the show, if you watch the intro, it's about giving props to legends in the game. And so they come there, they party, they don't ask too challenging of questions. They do ask you about beefs and things that happen and let you get drunk and tell your side of whatever story you're going to tell. And sometimes it's salacious. Sometimes motherfuckers say a little bit more than they should have said.
Yeah.
And here we are with Kanye, who's
Yeah,
probably on or off his medication and drinking at the same time, which is probably not good.
That's what Talib was saying.
Well, that definitely explains the cocksucking session that they had.
Yep, that's what I said. Like they were on Kanye's dick. You know?
Yeah, they definitely took turns all up on that shit. Now I gotta point out.
They feed the ego. They do feed the ego.
Oh man, Jesus! I gotta say though that while I watched it, I dedicated myself to an entire hour because I talked to Chino about this offline, in real life, IRL.
It was an IRL conversation.
Yeah, it was an IRL conversation.
Yep.
Over the cellular waves, right?
Yes.
However real that gets. Anyway, and I told him I can't watch this shit. I can't. Like, I don't know how Trey watched all 3.5 or so hours of this, but I couldn't.
I didn't.
So the dude that gave us the homework didn't do the homework himself.
I didn't think y'all were actually going to do the homework.
You assumed correctly. However,
like no,
we decided we were gonna.
But y'all made a good attempt. Yeah. I didn't even think it was gonna go that far.
Yeah, no. I mean, we hate the thing about ADHD is we hate disappointing because we have that rejection thing. You know, like we don't like being rejected.
Yeah.
So
well, to be honest, I didn't follow the assignment because I listen to podcasts in several ways, and those weren't available to me because I'm on a 4-day holiday.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not really working, I'm not driving anywhere, and I'm not at my 9 to 5, which is where I usually consume podcasts.
Right. So. Yeah. So Chino and I had an IRL conversation and we split it up.
Right. Yeah.
I decided I was going to watch the first hour and take notes, and then Chino was going to watch the second hour, and then we were gonna rely on you to fill us in on the last hour and a half.
No.
Yeah. Or any other gaps that might come up.
Well, I'll probably end up watching
Drink Champs.
Right, there you go. There you go.
I'll probably listen to all of it tomorrow, and the next time we get together, I'll do a recap.
Well, to be honest, this is supposed to tie into the conspiracy theory episode, so we don't really have to get all Kanye deep in this.
Right.
Yeah. But he did spout off like one major conspiracy that ownership, right? Consumerism is a conspiracy. And I'm like, no, it's not, because there's no fucking cover up.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy. Like, it's true. We are a consumerist society. The United States, I don't know about the United States government, but society in and of itself wants you to be a consumer. And in order for us to live in a civilized society, we all have to own shit we don't fucking need. That is not a conspiracy.
Yeah. It's what it is. We live in a capitalist system, and that's what fuels capitalism. And even if it was, nigga, he's the number one motherfucker contributing to this shit with overpriced bitch ass goods.
That's the other thing that was getting me was that he kept saying like, yeah, they give you a house to control you. They want you following this to control you. Yeah, I got to deal with Gap.
Yeah, like you don't own
like Rick James almost.
You don't own a home, my nigga.
Right?
You don't own a car?
No. He said this is how much bullshit was coming out of Kanye's fucking mouth, right? So this motherfucker was like, no, I don't even own a home. And then Middle Eastern looking Cuban dude DJ what? DJ Effin?
No,
Right?
DJ EFN.
Yeah. DJ TMJ, is that what you said?
Right? DJ NFT over there.
DJ,
It was
right,
like, but
yeah.
you own property, right? You own property, and then what is it? NORE over there was like, yeah, you own like 200 and some odd acres, right? And then Kanye is like, ha 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 ha, more like 1,200. Motherfucker, that's property. That's what a house is. You don't just buy the house. You buy the fucking property the house sits on.
Yeah.
You ignorant ass motherfucker.
They're talking about the land in Wyoming, which I heard he sold.
Oh, well.
So he was talking all this shit about white people need to own land and whatnot, and then turns around and sells that land.
Yeah, they were talking about how nobody wanted to go to Wyoming, so you went to Wyoming.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I still don't want to go to fucking Wyoming.
Yeah, because there's nothing in Wyoming. And
the only reason why I was
people were going to Wyoming because people were going to Wyoming because he was there. It's not that nobody wanted to go there. It's like, oh, Kanye's there and he's having a recording session. Let's go. Or he's inviting us there. It's like nobody wants to be in Ohio. They went to Ohio because Dave Chappelle was there.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he name dropped a lot too.
Oh man. Yeah, they actually made a game of it. See how many fucking names he could drop. He dropped 20 in the hour that I listened to.
Yep. Like what did he say? I was talking to Steven Spielberg when I was sitting next to Oprah.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah. He talked about, sitting next to Elon Musk and shit.
Yeah. He's talking to Elon. Like, what the fuck? Now, I gotta admit, I said I was gonna watch the second hour, right? But last night I decided I'm gonna see if I could watch the whole thing. So I did, or at least I attempted to, right?
Right.
After about 45 minutes of just listening to him blab on about whatever the fuck he was talking about, I stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore.
No, I couldn't either.
And it was just there was so much BS about what he was talking about that he was talking about.
He contradicted himself as often as the Bible did.
Right. And he's on this like religion shit. And I'm like, fool, what are you on? Because I kind of want some. If
my life could be that magical, I want it too.
Right. Exactly. Like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
And I saw a little clip of it's a heavily edited clip of him appearing in Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh shit, we didn't even watch that one.
Yeah, and I think we should, because I think
I'm good.
I think it'll be a good conversation. But this dude who edited this this video, who made this video, basically, like at the very end, he edited Joe telling Kanye, man, you crazy. And so now I'm like, okay, I want to watch that interview more than this one.
Right.
Because if he's saying all this shit in this podcast, what's he called? Drink Champs.
Drink Champs. Yeah.
He's saying all this shit in Drink Champs. Like, I wonder what he's going to say to fucking Joe Rogan, who's on that same conspiracy shit. You know what I mean?
They also have a show called Smoke Champs.
Damn it! I was going to suggest we should do that with weed instead of booze, but oh well, we can still do it, right? I mean, Cypress Hill's got that hot boxing. Or
you can be big champs.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go on those shows.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That works too.
Let me tell you what really fucked me up.
We're gonna infiltrate that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right. Let me tell you what really fucked me up. Yeah, because we're gonna infiltrate. We're gonna infiltrate that way through the pot smoking. But let me tell you what fucked me up about this one fucking thing. Like this is what really took the bourgeoisie proletariat cake for me. right? This motherfucker talked about how he had sold all his homes. I guess he sold his property in Wyoming, all that shit, sold all, and that he's living out of a backpack, and that he had this grand vision about, you know, being able to just not own anywhere and just nomad it, you know, with celebrities that, you know, just want to have Kanye in their house, right? And then and then
he one who's not good here.
Yeah, and then he talked to trust fund kids who are doing the same thing. And my first thought was like, must be nice when you can fall back on millions and millions of dollars instead in case shit gets fucking difficult. And then you know what this motherfucker does? He says he was nomading it from Portugal to France. And when he got to Paris, right, all he had was a backpack with all of his precious belongings in it and went to the Ritz-Carlton fucking hotel. How the fuck is that nomading it? And then he wanted them to comp him a fucking room because he's fucking Kanye fucking West.
Right. And he had to pull his mask down. Right. I remember that part where he goes, he was saying how the concierge or whatever says, oh, I don't have any rooms available. And so he pulls his mask down and he goes, I'm sorry, what did you say? You don't have any masks available? Oh, you don't have any rooms available? And so when they realized who he was, they're like, okay, let me go check again, you know, kind of thing. Like, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like it must be nice, you know, to be able to claim, yes, I'm living a nomadic lifestyle, but you have, you know, a bank account with nigh unspendable, you know, or nigh extinguishable money, you know, amount of money in there. It must be nice.
His bank account doesn't have a lot of money in it, number one.
Why? Because Kim Kardashian's taking it off?
No, because he's a billionaire on paper. It's based on these deals that have not yet come to complete fruition.
Is that why he can't afford a haircut?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that why his hair was like that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's not $1 billion liquid. You know what I'm saying? He has a $1 billion in investments and deals. You know,
that's what he wants us to believe. That's a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's another conspiracy. So like he has a Gap deal, he has a deal with Adidas for the Yeezys. So he has a Yeezys brand, and I think that total brand might have a high value that people are giving like a number value and equating it to him and not him and Adidas. Like he doesn't own any factories that produces the shoes or any of that shit. You know, like he's making the shoes like he makes a record, and Adidas is distributing that shit like a record company does.
Look, man, if this dude sold his houses and his land in Wyoming, he's got hard cash sitting in a bank account that he can spend.
I was just gonna say,
man, you say this like land in Wyoming is expensive. It's not.
If Kanye used to own it, the value went up.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah.
Look. If he's, you know, how much did he say? How much land did he own? Like 1,200 acres or some shit?
Whatever it was, he probably trumped the number anyway.
He definitely trumped the fucking number.
I mean, it is Kanye. But look, you sell land, you know, you're gonna have enough money in you, or you know, with you, to live comfortably, you know, and be able to go to Ritz-Carlton, pay for a fucking hotel.
Yeah, you know what he was being a nomad in a fucking Mercedes.
Right.
Yes, but he does have millions in the bank.
You know what I don't have?
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
You know what I don't have? I don't have millions. I can't do what Kanye did. Walk, you know, nomad from Lisbon to Paris in a Mercedes. Go to the Ritz-Carlton, pull my mask down and say, give me a fucking room. I can't do that.
Right.
I have to hoof it.
Mm-hmm. And turn some tricks.
Shit,
possibly.
Right? Shit. You know, Chino and I here know what it's like to like. I mean, I don't know how much Chino likes talking about this, but man, this motherfucker here, he used to be without a home.
Yeah. Well, there's rich homelessness and there's poor homelessness.
Yes. Yes,
You know?
and this
Yeah.
motherfucker is talking about how, like, oh, I've given up all my earthly possessions to fucking be Kane from Kung Fu and just walk the earth. Man, fuck you, motherfucker.
Well, well, let's say this. There's homelessness, and then there's without a home. You know what I'm saying? Like that,
Yeah.
I could have a
Kanye's
home.
credit,
I'm just choosing not to have one right now.
Yeah, because if Kanye wanted to, that motherfucker could just, like, oh, you know what? I think I need some shelter. I'll buy this fucking Ram Shack that's $65,000 in North Carolina for now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
or let's say this: there's a difference between hungry and starving, and that's
To be fair, though, like I don't think Kanye said in the course of that interview that he was homeless. I believe he did say something about I don't have a home right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
all right.
I think that's what he said. But still, the general message is still the same. Like, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you fucking tramped it essentially, right?
It's like, I'm giving up all my property and I'm gonna live off the fat of my celebrity.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
And if that doesn't work, he still has millions in the bank he can pull back to.
Yeah. And then he bragged about how he's essentially couch surfing, right? Like, any of you guys ever been couch surfing? Like, this motherfucker gets to couch surf with all these celebrities because he's a fucking celebrity.
Right.
Any of us get to have that kind of fucking luxury? No.
No, indeed.
I don't even know where I can couch surf if I felt like doing that shit.
Right, exactly.
Okay, well, maybe Vegas and H8 Jones's undisclosed location in LA.
Pretty much. But the fact that you have to travel to a different city. Yeah. Right. For you to be able to do that. And
I don't have a Mercedes to do that in.
Right, exactly. Same goes for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't just decide to go, oh, you know what? I don't want to live here anymore. Like, where the fuck am I gonna go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have anybody here in Vegas. I could couch surf under for whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd have to travel to Los Angeles, to be able to do that. Like, I don't have a means of getting there. Like,
exactly.
So, what'd you say?
Here's the other one. Here's another thing. Here's another thing I took note on. Now when you say that they go on this show to, like, for people to get their flowers, look, Kanye West bragged about how he just figured out Apple Pay and they fucking clapped his ass for learning how to adult. Come on now. You just figured out Apple Pay? Well, we're the same age, fool.
Well, look, they will clap up anything you say to feed your ego, to make you comfortable enough to say to say the truth, basically. You know what I'm saying? Their goal is to get you unfiltered and tell all your business.
Yeah.
Secondly, like, if you watch a normal interview, there's some of this that goes on, but they're there to praise legends. You made a lot of music, you made some accomplishments. The world might not tell you you're great, but we want to tell you you're great and document it up front.
Yeah, let me give another example of how they wanted to, they're really sucking on Kanye West's fucking ego dick, right? I talked to this about Chino in IRL, and it was when NORE told
you could
Kanye,
just say
like,
Nori, nigga. You could just say Nori.
But he puts periods after each letter, so it's NORE.
His name is Noriega, and Nori is his nickname, which is short for niggas on the run eating.
NORE told Kanye.
Wait, so now you wanna stop making your English degree cry?
Yes.
She's had enough abuse, damn it.
Right. So this fool tells Kanye, I heard you changed your name to just one name, like you don't got no last name, like it's something fucking new. Ever heard of Madonna or Cher or fucking Prince?
Bono.
Look, Prince changed his name to a fucking symbol. The minute Kanye West turns his name to a fucking equation, you give me a fucking call, okay?
Yay is an equation. It's
No,
y
it's not.
times
Equation.
e.
It's not an equation.
It's y times e.
It is not y times e. Where's the dot?
It's like
Where's the dot?
his name sounds like a
No,
like a drunk
but
Lil Jon expression.
The difference between Kanye and I hate the fact you got me defending this shit, motherfucker. The difference between Madonna and Prince is they stepped on the scene with those names. He didn't.
I reiterate. Prince changed his name to a symbol.
Yeah, but that was a litigation issue.
Changed his name to a symbol.
Where's the equation, Kanye?
He changed.
Yeah, where's the equation? Where's your
changed-
mathematics, Kanye? Where's your mathematics?
He changed his doing business as name into a symbol. He didn't change his legal name into a symbol.
Prince Rogers Nelson? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, his
Gotcha.
name was still Roger. Okay, it was just the legal. He changed the band's name from Prince to the symbol so that he could still produce music.
The love symbol, apparently,
Yeah.
isn't that what it was called? But anyway, yeah, Kanye, if you'd like to go, come on the Chino Homeboy podcast and not necessarily defend yourself, but like talk more about this shit, we'd be happy to have you.
No, we wouldn't.
What's his
No, we
name?
wouldn't.
What's his new name again?
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's like a drunk Lil Jon expression, you know.
No, it's not. You know what yay is? Yay's cocaine.
That booger sugar.
No,
That's what
I
it
thought
is. Yeah. He
that was
named
Ye.
himself after booger sugar.
That's probably what he's on.
No,
Yeah.
it's a shortening of his name, Kanye. Boom.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. No.
But we prefer it our way.
And I thought I
I
thought cocaine was yayo.
Yeah, there's yay, there's yayo, there's hurry up, there's
Booger sugar.
Not that I do this shit, I'm just saying I know it.
White
I do a lot.
lines.
Snowboarding, skiing,
Yep.
hitting the
Blow.
slopes, candy.
We don't
Snow
speak
bunny.
not
Yeah.
that we speak from experience. Wink.
Right. Candy makes you dandy.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely one huge fucking cocksucking session, and I don't know. Here's the other one. When they asked Kanye about his fucking album Donda, right? He said no one better put out another album because you don't want to be the album that took album of the year away from Donda. I'm like, now I want to put out an album so that I could be the album that took the album of the year away from Donda.
No, that's most likely going to be Drake anyway.
He did, you know what? He sang Drake's praises.
Yeah, now, but he's always off and on. He's praising Drake 1 minute and then dissing Drake at another.
Yeah, because I think they asked him.
But he is Drake's father. Kanye made it safe for soft niggas to be rappers.
That's awesome. Yeah, because they asked him, like, who would you verses with, and they were kind of, waiting for him to say what they wanted him to say, and so they kind of urged him by saying, like, well, there's only two, and he said, who, Drake, and so they said, yeah, Drake and Hove, and then right away Kanye said, nah, that's my boss. I'm not gonna go up against him, but he said, yeah, I'll go against Drake. And he pretty much said he'll kill anybody, they put in front of him. He said, I'll beat anybody they put in front of me.
He probably could with his catalog, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, his catalog is that deep. So it would be a hard push. Only thing is he got a couple of whack albums in there. So but can he pull out a hot 20 that are classics that are banging, hell yeah.
Oh, I thought they were talking about like a rap battle, like
No,
like
it's a there's an actual verses with Z's. It's it started off as an online battle between DJs and producers. I think the first one was like Just Blaze and Timberland, or Just Blaze and somebody else, and they were doing it live feeding, streaming on Instagram. And then Timberland and Swiss Beats did it, and then they turned it into, over COVID, they turned it into a thing, and it was all digital, and it was just the producers going at it. And then once COVID started to let up, they started doing artists against one another. So like Snoop Dogg and DMX went against each other. Ghostface,
like an actual rap battle.
Well, I mean, like it's not a real rap battle. I mean, it can be if you want it that way. So let me give you two different degrees of it, right? And it's not just rap. They've had R&B singers. They got a couple of them coming up. So they got Stephanie Mills versus Shaka Khan, which ends up being like just a retrospective and appreciation, showing homage to one another, where you just play songs back and forth. You play one, I play one, and you kind of go through the histrionics of the song.
So it's not a rap battle.
Can I finish, nigga? Can I finish? All right. So they just did Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. That was a battle. They came to battle. So, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on how the people want to approach it. It's all in fun, right? And you're not making up new rhymes, and you're not like trying to diss a motherfucker and, talk about his mama or some shit like that. But, you're taking 10 of your best hits against 10 of, or actually 20 of your best hits or best songs against another artist, 20 of your best songs. But in the spaces that are not necessarily like, hey, we're going to do this as a battle. So like if you go back and you watch the Snoop Dogg and DMX shit, they weren't battling. They were just having fun. But then if you go and watch the Lox versus Dipset, that was a fucking battle where they did say, fuck your mama.
Right.
And the Lox won, which everybody thought they were going to lose because they don't have like popular club songs, and they fucking killed it. And I've watched that shit 3 times. So
that's what I'm talking about.
And
Get serious.
I think that was the first live event that they did also for Versus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it wasn't digital. And Jadakiss from the Lox, he also battled Fabulous, who's a homie of his. And he won that one almost just because Fabulous wasn't picking the right songs.
Right.
Got drunk, start gloating. And that one they kind of halfway performed because it's digital. So they'll kind of sing along, but they still have the backing track going, where now they're doing it live. They're actually having to perform it. And the performance is almost winning over the song. Like depending on how you perform it will determine whether or not the people give you the point for the song.
We must check this out.
Yeah,
some more.
They're going to be doing on December 2nd, I do believe. They're going to be doing Triple Six Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay. Because I have seen a few of those names that you mentioned on my feed as far as verses.
Yeah,
I just never really paid attention to them, So
yeah.
I understood like the basic format. Like I knew it wasn't like a rap battle, like they used to do in like 106 in Park, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, we could check it out. Put that in.
It's basically it's real meat and potatoes. Is that it ends up generating interest in the artist's music. And so right after you do a versus, your streaming goes up bananas.
Right.
So you're saying that I should SEO versus in the title and the description so that our shit can go up?
Well,
Yeah.
we talked about it enough, so
Yeah.
So
All right.
Kanye verse. There you go.
It's with
Kanye
Z's and
verses.
not S's.
Mhm.
Verses. Okay.
Yeah.
Because of Swiss Beats, which he spells it with 2 Z's.
Yeah. Swizz beats.
Swizz Beats. Does he put a Z at the end of beats too?
No,
Idiot.
not that I'm aware of.
You stupid.
Oh, he does. He does.
Okay, I take it back.
There's a Z at the end.
I take it back. The guy in the vagina shirt is the idiot. I mean, sunset.
Sunset, yeah. Candle.
Candle. It's a candle. It's a candle. Sunset with waves in front of it. Yeah. Not a vagina.
Not a vagina. Yeah.
Not a vagina.
Yeah. What's the official mascot for the Pacific University of Southern California again? Or our alma mater?
It's
a
a
cat.
pink wormhole.
No, it's a cat. It's a cat. It's a stray cat.
Stray cat.
Stray cat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway.
Look, as long as we're laughing at our own fucking show.
Right. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about everybody else. I pump my own state, damn it.
That's right. That's right. My ego is pushing the limits of observable space. We don't need you. We want you. We want you, but we don't need you.
Right.
By the way, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh man. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch out my shirt. I'm just gonna put like and subscribe on the shirt so that I don't actually have to fucking say it.
Yeah.
Just so it's like constantly in someone's face.
I'll have the POSC banner up in my background amongst the books and all the other appurtenances. Yeah,
Yep.
accoutrements and appurtenances around me. So
That's right.
yeah, in my library filled with deep mahogany shelves and leather-bound books.
Now, is Versus another cocksucking session?
No, it's not
No,
an interview.
no.
It's just music performance.
Okay.
Like
All
say you got Johnny Cash and some other white motherfucker, right?
Willie Nelson.
Yeah. And
another patron saint of the Chino
right.
and Homeboy.
And they came on stage together and they started talking about the history of their songs, and then Johnny Cash plays a song. He's like, hey, well, I got one like that. Let me play this one. And they go back and forth. And they do like 20 songs.
Okay.
That's a cool format, actually. I like that format.
And then the audience determines, in the internet space, who won. And then it causes for debates and whatnot.
Right.
Yep. Drives traffic to your respective sites. Everybody flourishes.
If you want to watch one for real, the best one is probably watch the Snoop Dogg and DMX one just because.
Okay.
And then
watch dog fight.
Yeah. Woof woof.
Well, their music.
That was terrible.
They weren't. So usually when they do these matchups, they try to find some level of similarity or some kind of theme. So with Snoop Dogg and DMX, it was like they both got this dog theme, right? But their music is kind of different because DMX shit is ultra aggressive and Snoop shit is like really laid back and shit like that, right? But they got and you got like two granddads on the mic trying to do their old shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's entertaining and endearing, and they weren't like battling like I'm trying to fuck you up kind of deal, right?
Man, it's hard to imagine that Snoop Dogg is a granddad because having grown up with Snoop Dogg's music and how I remember when Snoop Dogg first came out, and all of that shit, and it just makes me feel old too.
No, I'm still on the Bart thing. Like, first of all, use a little bit of your chest and more your nuts. Number two, I don't think DMX or Snoop for that matter says woof. I think it's ARF or some shit. You know what I mean? You went wolf, wolf. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? But speaking of Snoop Dogg, I saw this clip.
Hold on. I didn't finish. Watch the Dipset versus the Lots, and then watch the DMX versus Snoop Dogg. And
you could drop them in the pod topics.
Yeah, and those two shows will show you the two different lanes you can take in verses. Okay. One that's just like a retrospective, cool chill out session, and then one that's like I'm trying to win something.
Right. You know, speaking of Snoop, I was watching this video of Michael Jai White, the martial artist and actor. He was asked, like, you know, out of any of these rappers, like who would you want to have with you in a fight? And he says, really, I can only think of two. He said Tretch and Fat Joe. Because everybody else is, like, he said, kind of soft, you know, and like he says, I have a hard time imagining, you know, Snoop backing me up in a fight. You know, because I see him, you know, like he everybody loves him. You know, he's chill, he's laid back, you know, he's a family man, he's a grandpa, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And so, and he said, like, only Tretch and Fat Joe. And he said, like, Fat Joe, he'll stab you. You know, he'll stab you if you tell him, like, hey, suck my dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and so he's like, they're really the only two.
Fat Joe's a really nice guy, but he is a street dude. And if you say some dumb shit, some shit's probably gonna pop off.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. And so it's like, huh? So these, you know, these people with you know, with these rappers, I should say, with a you know, supposed street cred, you know, according to Michael Jai White, it's like, huh? Well, not really.
Well, you got to test some of them. So for instance, we're talking about Drink Champs, as Homeboy would like to call him, NORE.
Right.
That nigga's a shooter. He ain't a fighter. I don't fight niggas, I shoot them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he actually got into some beef with some Wu-Tang affiliates a few episodes ago, and he ended up squashing it, you know, really quick because he didn't want it to translate into
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, well, it was the Wu-Tang affiliates. So he was interviewing some other people, and they end up calling the Wu-Tang affiliates flunkies. Oh, you know, because they weren't the main, they weren't the main course. So people would go to a Wu-Tang show and they're performing. It's like, we ain't come to see y'all, we came to see Wu-Tang, right?
Yeah.
And one of those acts was a young kid named Shaheen, who eventually got locked up and went to jail a couple of times, who just got out, So when he heard that shit, he's like, hey, don't call me no flunky, nigga, come and see me. Right. What I'm saying? Which eventually led to him having an interview show on Drink Champs, and they kind of squashed it and everything else. But Noriega is an official criminal and friend of Fat Joe.
An official criminal. All right, I guess.
All right. So Michael Jai White just doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I guess.
No. I think he's talking about as far as the guys that he's personally met.
Right.
Like, and been around. He might not have been around Nori. He might not have been around some of the other more official people.
The interview that I saw, like, he talked about, Dr. Dre. And he's like, I can't imagine Dr. Dre being violent because he's a nice guy. He's well spoken, etc. Same thing with Snoop. He said,
Dr. Dre only
he's so chill.
Bitches.
Right. And so he said, I can only really think of two people who I would want to have behind me or to my side should shit pop off. and that's Tretch and Fat Joe.
Now, you do understand that Michael Jai White is also a real street nigga.
Yeah.
You know, like, have you heard his life story and shit?
No, I know he's a fucking badass with the martial arts though.
No. I'm saying he is a real street nigga.
No,
like,
I mean, I get that. Yeah,
like, fuck the martial arts shit. The nigga's from the
Mhm.
streets of, I think, Jersey.
okay.
So like, I heard the interview where he did his life story kind of deal, and I was like, whoa, okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga from the
Right.
projects.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I defer to his expertise in that arena.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not from the streets, and as much as I wish it was, you know, the opposite way around. I'm even though I do martial arts, I'm not on his fucking level. You know what I mean? So hey, if he says you want to have these two people, these two guys on your side in a fight, okay.
Yeah. So I think like I'm a physical combat person and I'm from the streets person.
Mhm.
And so I think he can read people better. So like when you run up to Fat Joe, oh yeah, Fat Joe keeps it real. You run into, you know, who else you say? He said Fat Joe, who else?
Tretch.
It's Tretch. You run into them motherfuckers and you kind of just know, like, okay, yeah, you've been locked up before, you've done some shit, and you could just read that shit off of them and you're like, okay, y'all good, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of rappers hide that shit well,
Mhm.
or people just don't know, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It's a mixed bag. So what else did Kanye say?
I don't know. I stopped listening after an hour.
What did we cover everything on your list?
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything that I had took notes on.
Right on.
Did you have anything else to say, Chino?
No.
Okay, I have one thing that he said. He talked about Talib Kweli,
Mm-hmm.
and said that he never liked his rhymes, or he wasn't hot or some shit. You know, kind of slandered him on the
Mm-hmm.
talent side of the game. But Talib Kweli actually made space for Kanye when he was coming up. So when he was doing shows, he would cut his show short to give Kanye, who nobody knew and nobody came for, space to perform. And people didn't even like him at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were actually booing him and not really liking the show that he was giving off.
Right.
But Talib believed in his talent and is like, he's gonna blow up, so keep, helping him out. And now, because Talib basically just said he was on some fuck shit with the Donald Trump shit, but I'm not gonna throw away Kanye, because everybody was like me, I threw the nigga away. Yeah. And so Talib has been out there like talking against Trump, but simultaneously saying, we're not gonna throw Kanye away. You know what I'm saying? He's still my man. I don't agree with him on this political side, and we have discussions, but that's about it. But somehow this crazy motherfucker took offense to that shit and is now throwing slander at him, which is whack. And then he also said in there, like, so in hip hop, there's these underground cats that they call backpackers. And Kanye basically said he pretended to be a backpacker to basically get on, which is kind of like
backpacker.
It's like the underground rap scene.
Okay.
And all these niggas always wore backpacks and shit. So like the Talib Kweli, Most Defs, cats like that. You know?
Gotcha.
And so
I like Most Def. Most Def's the shit.
Yeah. I just wish he made more music.
Right.
But basically he said, I infiltrated that clique or that whatever community just to get support, to build support. You know what I'm saying? But I never really was one of those. So like he was saying all kind of sideways shit that, like, do you think that's gonna make us like you more, nigga? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just saying shit to make people not like you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Talib ain't never said nothing super negative about you, and now you shitting on him. So then Talib Kweli pulled out a list of all of his ghostwriters.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which he's one of. Like he's been a ghostwriter for him. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, this is a Kanye West ghostwriters appreciation post, and he put up
Yeah.
like about 10 different ghostwriters for Kanye West that nobody talks about.
So you're saying that Kanye doesn't write most of his own lyrics?
Yeah. So like the song Jesus Walks was written by Rhymefest. It was actually Rhymefest's song, and then Kanye West just took it.
I am today years old. I did not know that.
Yeah. So it was already produced years before you ever heard it. And he decided to keep it instead of Rhymefest, but Rhymefest wrote that shit. And then he got into it with Rhymefest, and they quit being cool. And you know what I'm saying? There's like everybody who's helped him out in some way, shape, or form, from Jay-Z, Rhymefest, now Talib Kweli, and a couple of other people. Drake, you know, he flips out on him. You know what I'm saying? So he's like totally unfucking stable.
Yeah.
So Kanye is just getting high on his own supply at this point.
I mean, he's mentally ill and acting stupid, and he has enough money that nobody can get into his ear.
Right.
Like I even had a homie who worked for him and was like, he's just surrounded by yes men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you got that much pull, and he does believe that he's hella smart and creative and shit like that. But when you have that much money and nobody tells you no, or if anybody does tell you no, you get rid of.
You know, that last thing I'm going to say, that Joe Rogan podcast episode that he came out in, part of that edit was Kanye West saying something about I feel like I'm supposed to be the leader of the free world, you know, and like shit, like, because you know he was running for president at the time.
Yeah.
And one of the
he didn't run for
questions
president. He put his name on the list. He didn't
Right.
campaign shit.
Well, in any case, Joe asked him, so you know, like, what do you think about the Iran situation, or like if something happened with Iran or any other of these nuclear powers, what would you do? Like, have you thought about that? And I'm not sure if this actually happened in the show or if it's just a clever edit, but he paused for like an uncomfortable, 30 seconds or so. And his answer had nothing to do with what Joe said.
Yeah.
He said something about like, like every time I speak, my the words that I say have some sort of like artistic, I don't know, some bullshit like that. It was just, it sounded esoteric and weird, and you could tell Kanye's not right in the mind.
Yeah. Well, this is how big of a thief he is. So have you heard that one line where the little Urkel line that he has in one of his songs?
Mm-hmm.
He stole that shit from T-Pain. Literally stole it. T-Pain was working on a song that had a line that was very similar, right? Different words, same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or same words, different combination. And he was like, nah, man, that ain't hot. Take that out and don't ever tell nobody about it. Or some shit like that, right? So he was like, oh, damn. Kanye said my shit is whack and took the shit out the song. And then he did the song with the same fucking verse. He just same line, he just switched it up a little bit.
Oh, man.
Damn, Kanye.
Yeah, so, because even when he did 808s and Heartbreak, he flew T-Pain out to Hawaii. T-Pain showed him how all the shit works. And then the nigga went off and made 808s and Heartbreak.
Well then, Kanye, get some help.
Pills. Get some fucking pills, man.
Get some medication. Well, I mean, he was, a part of this shit, I feel, is his real personality. Like he's always been this big egotist type person, right? And I've grown up with kids like that. You're in the hood and you just have to have a big ego to get yourself through the day and dealing with the muck and the mire of living in the hood. But now I'm like, nah, this nigga's just a fucking narcissist.
Yeah.
And it ain't cool and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I like literally I just lost my taste for the, you know, for his music and his for everything that he produces. You know what I'm saying? So like songs come on, I turn them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I think that about does it for Kanye West.
Yeah.
Canceled.
He's canceled.
Canceled. You
Yep,
can't hold
canceled.
up. You can't really cancel something that never really existed.
Yeah.
I mean, if he didn't write his own songs, we're not canceling Kanye. We're canceling, you know, all those people who worked hard to make Kanye who he is.
Well, I don't think he didn't write, like, I'm sure there's songs that he probably just was handed at a certain level.
Yeah.
But basically he has help writing his songs.
Right.
And he's also had ghost producers. So there's guys who've helped him produce songs, and he's kind of doing like the Puff Daddy's thing, where he comes in and just kind of tells them how to arrange it, but somebody else is actually doing the labor and making the beats and things of that sort.
Right. Well,
so he's not this this pool of genius where he touches, like he does everything himself and it's all gold. You know what I'm saying?
But
he's not Prince. He's not Prince.
Yeah,
where
he's
Prince
not Prince.
wrote and
That's
arranged all of his own shit. You know,
he played all his own instruments.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl did that same thing, didn't he? The first Foo Fighters album.
Cody Chestnut did the same thing too. Headphone Masterpiece. Geniuses. Headphone Masterpiece. Go check it out.
Yeah, no, I think Kanye, you canceled. That's it. It's official. Chino and Homeboy have said so. We've decreed it. Canceled.
Yeah.
It's canceled
it's okay,
so much.
Though.
Right now, this episode is just canceled.
Yeah, that's okay, though. You're in good company because we canceled too.
Yep.
Well, by canceled, I mean we're about to end this episode right now.
That's right. All right. Like us on, go follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram.
Subscribe to YouTube.
You know the deal. Like and subscribe. Merch store, links in the description. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in case you don't like the animations, bitches. Let's see. Shout out to the Family Phallus Planet. It's an NFT that's like Crypto Kitties, but with dicks.
Yep.
You love it.
Yeah, go mint you one. Go get you one.
That's right. You guys got anything?
Yeah, check out the Discord to see how that process works. So
if we get 100 subscribers, we're still doing this. If we get up to 100 subscribers, we'll give everybody 20% off in the merch store.
That's right. So push us like crack, like and subscribe, tell your people. That's all I got.
That's right.
Yeah, I got nothing. Stay alive till next show.
That's right.
Until next time, homies. Peace.
And konnichiwa, bitches.
Fuck out of here, motherfuckers. Peace.